It's not a hope. It's not a chance. It's not strategic advice. It's not goals. It's not practical advice. It's his only chance. He goes 5'2.5" like me. Holds a belly. He's short and dumpy. Big old moon face. Already set up by phenotype, by features, by proportions, to be mocked and ridiculed from a distance, or if not ridiculed and mocked, because people don't want to embarrass him, not because they don't want to laugh at him. He has the potential, the way he presents himself, to be laughed at, not with. That's the victim. Everybody wants a patsy. Everybody wants a good victim they can blame everything on. A willing victim. They can mock and ridicule this guy. They can brand him. He's the perfect victim for the 13-year-old high school bully. He doesn't have the ability to see in the mirror what the bully sees. He doesn't have the ability to self-assess, to prompt himself and ask the right questions, chase down the answers with fortitude, durability, resolve, and courage wherever they lead. He has to hold himself prisoner and prosecute himself ruthlessly. He has to be his worst judge, his worst prosecutor. He has to train himself to learn with old misery. Here come old misery again. In the most difficult social situations, ambiance for him to learn. With distraction, with violence, abrupt, disruptive, invasive noise. He has to practice balance, power, alertness in unrehearsed attack. He's got to train, bit by bit, all the fear out of himself. He's got to understand what Marciano, the great heavyweight champion, understood. I've got to train all the fear out of myself. But I also have to come in with the mindset I'm going to get hurt. Then go out and do what you have to do. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can step in for you. Nobody can rescue you. There are no Samaritans. Period. If you need a hand, that's at the end of your own arm. Period. If he doesn't do it, who's going to do it? Who's to do it? If he thinks he has rights, he better go out there and represent those rights. He can't establish the rights. He can't state them in a clear, definitive, explicit way. He has no rights. Because then the bully boy, 13-year-old high school bully boy mentality, can tell him who he is, can give him an identity, and talk into him, humiliate and embarrass him, impose his will on the short man, and always show him this, the fist. You see this? You know what this means symbolically? I'm going to get you after class. Now the victim's scared. The little guy's scared. He's hiding out. He's running scared. He's going down a circuitous route to get home from public school for spaghetti, Franco-American spaghetti, and a couple eggs for my lunch, and then a couple of pennies, 3-4 pennies, to buy a sucking candy or Tootsie Roll for my dessert. And the bullies will take it away from him. Maybe a Hershey candy bar, maybe a Milky Way costs 5 cents. And we're going back, of course, to the late 50s. early 60s, around then. Bronx, New York. And one thing about the bully is pleasure. It took me a lifetime to learn this, is in getting real estate in the victim's mind. That's the victory. And he shows him the fist. That means he's going to get him after school out there. He's going to beat him up. 90% of the time he won't. But the victim assumes that's going to happen. He builds it up in his own mind, and he builds fear and paralysis to act into his own mind, step by step, until it becomes a way of life. And he habituates, it becomes the very dangerous force of habit. And it accumulates, it piles on him, until he's behaving that way automatically. He does it with everyone. Then he becomes a good absorber. He can handle a lot of embarrassment, a lot of humiliation, a lot of verbal punishment. And when that happens, he gets it everywhere. He has the bullseye on his back. And he tries to even the score by identifying with movie stars. James Dean. Elvis Presley. I was the Big E. I was L. I was the suave, swaggering Sinatra. All the women came to me. I dressed in a talisman clothes, trying to pick up all the crazy gimmicks of the cool guy. Sought out the mathematics students for the formula to be able to approach a woman with any effectiveness. And then you get to the point where you say you're going around the dance hall, like the great movie Marty with the great Ernest Borgnine. You wouldn't want to dance with me, would you? How about you? You wouldn't want to dance with me. Then end up dance with a chair. Dance with my jacket. I would take my jacket off. I beg my DJ, "Oh, Mr. DJ, don't you play no Johnny Mathis. I can't get no slow dance." And my DJ played my Johnny Mathis. I took me jacket off and danced with me jacket. And I talked to me helicopter just like it was a girl. You understand that? Then I went to Arthur Murray Dance Studio to learn a personality, to learn the social skills. And he taught you how to rumba, cha-cha, merengue, waltz. The only trouble is no women would dance with me. I had to dance with the instructor or I danced with a mannequin. And then I was talking to the mannequin. And then I asked Fidel, the cop, I said, "Listen, Fidel, is there any law against bringing a mannequin to the B-room, the bar room? Is there any law against that?" Beautiful mannequin, and sit her down. Ah, ha, ha. That's right. I become a singing philosopher. That is, I'll take a lyric, sing it, and then philosophize about it. Here's an example. In the still of the night, as I'm drifting and I'm dreaming, with the moon in its flight, all thoughts they stray to you. In the still of the night, while the world is in slumber, those times without number, darling, When I say to you, I say, do you love me as I love you? Are you my life to be? All those sweet dreams come true, or will this dream of mine fade out of sight like the moon growing dim on the rim of the hill, in the chill, in the still of the night? Now, as a singer, my job is to I'm a singer of the American Songbook. I am the American Songbook. And we sing of castles in the air. We sing as a saloon singer par excellence. I sing about unrequited love. I sing about star-crossed love. I sing about castles in the air. I sing about things that can only exist while I'm singing. The real world laughs at my song. But it's not my song, it's the great lyricist. Another one. Isn't it romantic? Music in the night, a song that can be sung. Isn't it romantic? Those moving shadows right, the oldest magic word. I can feel the breezes playing in the trees above. While oh, that world it's saying you were meant for love. Now isn't it romantic merely to be young on such a night like this? And isn't it romantic every song that's sung? It feels like lover's kiss, sweet symbols in the moonlight. Do you mean that I will fall in love perchance? Isn't it romantic? Oscar Hammerstein's Fantasy. Isn't it romantic? And the song's lyrics go on. And I sing of unrequited love in the saloon singer. I sing of castles in the air. I sing of escape. That's all. I sing, of things that can never be in a practical world. I sing of foolishness and nonsense. But it's my job to sell the dream. But remember one thing. O'Reilly's right. As much as I agree with the bloated, foveated Bill O'Reilly's right about this. We live in a very practical world. This man lives in a two-dimensional world. If it doesn't work, if it's not practical, it's worthless to talk about. And that makes sense to a certain extent. All advice must be practical and must fit the individual you're giving it to, or it's worthless. It's as simple as that. You're wasting time. It's a pay-as-you-go world. Each has their own. None has the time. I said that, remember it. I said it.